Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming and joining us today. We're so excited to have Lydia Gonzalez here from New Mexico. She is a a producer and a director of the Passionista Fashion Show that is being brought to Dallas, Texas. And we are so excited about that because she is from New Mexico and she's here to talk all about it and to bring you in. So, welcome, Lydia. Thank you for having.
Hello, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you for having me in your show. Thank you.
So, tell us about your Passionista.
The Fashion Passionista. So, it's a fashion show that I'm bringing into Dallas, Texas. It's a unique show that brings entertainment and film and fashion all together in one place. It's a show that will be like very entertaining, and there's more of a positive message within the show. The show is about domestic violence awareness. It's a show that brings a community together to make a difference and unite for one incredible evening and full of entertainment and fashion. Yeah.
So, domestic violence, that's very important to me because I have personally met women in the industry of entertainment, modeling, who have experienced stuff like that. And it's very passionate to myself. And I know I try to do fashion shows that, have that background, cancer awareness, and stuff out there for the community. So, when you say this has a message, have you ever experienced anything like that? Do you know someone? Is
Yeah, of course. Well, that is where Fashion Passionista comes from. I myself am a survivor of domestic violence. And, when I wanted to create something with this fashion, I came up with the idea of how can I make a difference and be able to help others that are going through it or have been through it. And I found out that through a gift of creating shows, with the gift that I have to create and produce, I felt that it would be great to be able to bring a show of healing, in a different way. And
absolutely.
that's creating this Fashion Passionista show is my way to express, that you can heal from something that you're going through, and you can overcome it and do something great of something that you've been through before.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. I have been there where in the past where I volunteered for Her Life Matters and it was for domestic violence as well. And the women that I have talked to will volunteer just to do their makeup.
Yeah.
And when they talk, sometimes one um, one lady that touched my heart so much was about it was her first time putting on makeup because her husband never let her. So that story within itself and seeing her passion and just to be beautiful for a day because she was told so much that she wasn't nothing or she wasn't going to amount to anything. But that right there was a first step. So I am so happy to be a part of this. And when I heard you were coming all the way from New Mexico to bring that here to DFW, I think certainly this area needs it. The women out there, the inspiration. And what I like about your show that I have never seen done before is that you're also creating a story. You're telling a story.
Mhm.
And I think, can you elaborate what that story is?
Yeah, of course. So it's very important as a survivor to know that self love, because it's deeper. It comes from within. That love, and to know that you're worth more than what anybody can tell you or what anybody can do to you. And the story that I chose for this, Fashion Passionista show is a love story. And it's a story that will, unfold as you're watching the show. And you will see different types of scenes that will tell that the story of what it's like to be in a domestic violence, relationship, but what it's also like to overcome it, and how beautiful it can be when you have been gone through something and you overcome, and how you just like, you're just, it changes you because you find out the true you.
Right.
I myself think that everything that I have been through, with what I'm creating, I thank God for it. I thank God, through all the things that I have, overcame in my past. Because now, look at me, I'm here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm bringing a show that not only will impact people, but will entertain them. And it'll be something different and unique for everyone that has been through it, or that just even wants to come and love fashion, will just like it and be happy to be there. That there's more of just a fashion show. There's a stronger message behind this. That's what it is. But it is a love story. It's a love story from Charlie Chaplin times.
Okay.
And yeah, the fashion side you will all see, and then you'll see Charlie Chaplin there, doing some film stuff within the show.
Wow. Well, I know we can't wait to see it on this big screen and be there. So tell us a little bit about it. When is your show? What designers? How many models? What are you doing to prepare? Because I know you're coming from New Mexico. So how difficult is that?
Well,
Or how not difficult is that?
Well, I've been doing this for quite some time, and I've been blessed to be able to work with different producers, such as yourself, and to be able to present the project to them, and then for them to believe in this and believe in what I'm doing. And a lot of, the models, obviously, we're doing a casting call like any other fashion show, and we are we are preparing. We have been preparing for, believe it or not, before COVID. This show was supposed to happen, but then COVID hit, and then everything, obviously stopped the whole world. But yeah, like it does take a long time to prepare, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely rewarding. And the designers, we are having 3 designers there, one from out of town and 2 local designers and 1 male designer as well. So yeah, the designers that will be in there involved is they're so different, and they're so unique in different ways. One of them is Slayla, and she's here from Dallas, Texas, and she has amazing clothes. My gosh, it's just one of those outfits that you just want to go out on a, Friday night and just look beautiful. She's very elegant, classy, business-like. She has so many things to see. And then there's Madison. Madison is another one, and Madison is your out of the box designer, and she's the one coming in from out of state, and you definitely want to see her stuff. She's just very colorful, very creative, just out there. You'll definitely be seeing some out of the box. That's all I could say. Out of the whole box kind of thing. And then we also have Jill Couture. Okay. She'll be also, another designer. She's a great designer here, beautiful designs. I mean, if you all see her work, very, very elegant, very elegant. That's all I could describe her. And we also have Mr. Yu. Mr. Yu will be another one that will be showcasing his brand. And yeah, those are the prices, but that's the fashion side,
Right.
But then we have the film side, which is our Charlie Chaplin guy, which is another surprise that I have for everyone that I'm not going to say because that's my expect the unexpected quote part. Yes. But yeah, you need to be at the show. Definitely need to be at the show.
Let's see. Can we get a little bit of exclusive? No, just kidding.
You just need to be there. But most importantly, Fashion Passionista also. We do invite, and we have connected with different networks and different producers here that are going to be attending the show, and it's so good to come because they're able to network. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you've never been, a model, but you want to be a model, if you want to act and you don't know where to start, this is a show to come to, so you can meet other producers, meet people within your community, and expand your network and grow your who and what you can do, and other people. It's just a great show all around. There's great things of it. It's good energy. I'm working with so many amazing people. So yeah,
What date is the Passionista Fashion?
it's going to be in June.
Okay.
Yeah, but we haven't announced the date quite yet. We will announce it in the beginning of May. So you need to follow BB Legs Productions. I'm not going to give you all more information because you all got to follow BB Legs Productions.
Okay, and is there a location?
There is a location, but it also will be the announcement with the whole flyer and the promotion
Okay,
and
well,
everything.
you heard it, guys.
This is just a little sneak peek.
A sneak peek right here on Nicky Nicole Show. So thank you for that. And you brought 2 guests with you as well.
Yes, I did.
LeBrian and Jade, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So can you let us know about them? And can you feel free to introduce yourselves?
Okay. LeBaron Thomas, co-producer of the Fashion Passionista.
And I'm Jade Vargas, and I'm a aspiring model. I've been doing it for 13 years.
Oh, you're very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So tell us about it. How are you going to play a role in the show? LeBron?
Well, as producers, Lydia, we wear all hats. But right now, there's a lot of planning. There's a casting call. There's some other kind of production development things we need to do going into the summer. So as far as role, just teaming up and doing whatever it takes to get the job done.
Okay.
And I've been, working with Lydia throughout. Obviously, I wasn't there from the beginning of, post-COVID, but I've suddenly been working with Lydia with the show, and I've been helping her get ready for the casting call, or just certain, little ideas that she needs to be put in the show, put in her mind, and just there for her support. So, yeah.
Will you be training the walk as well for the models?
It'd be really fun, but we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure the models are already on top of their games with their walk. So,
Yeah, DFW has some great models, and the community is so small. So it's kind of like we all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great addition to have you here in the community
Thank
and
you.
meeting, and have a great director to bring it on the show
Yes.
to us.
Thank
So,
you.
what are y'all most looking forward to in the show?
Bringing the film and fashion together. Me being, I want to say, out of LA industry, mostly on the public relations, entertainment, media side of things. This is a great opportunity to share Lydia's vision and a passion of mine as far as like bringing a whole bunch of different things together. Being in Dallas a little bit is what I feel about as a producer is like I think we need to come together more. I think this community is ready to not necessarily cross over, but models can now look at things as far as like, oh, I can get into acting.
Mm-hmm.
I know this person. I know how this is done. I know how to talk on camera. So, and then the other way around is for people in the film is for them to come out and kind of show their stuff and also support the other industries. So we both can lift each other up so we can all grow and prosper in our respective industries.
I agree with that.
Kind of pretty much he summed it up already. Working
My
with
words
different.
are your words?
Yes, exactly. I guess I like different industries coming together to,
I might be a social media influencer.
Exactly. Exactly. Working with film as a model, being able to, meet LeBrian, and he has something to do with film, and it's just like creating this whole community to work together. And I think this is what Lydia is bringing from, what she wanted to do, and, it's happening, and we're all just bringing all this, energy and work and connections together to build this, unique show.
Exactly. I know when I met with you, Lydia, and you told me about it, and I remember seeing the film, and I was very inspired by it because it was something that I've never seen here before. And I was like, designers can learn from this. You know, it felt so glamorous, inspirational, something that would be on Hollywood. And the level of expertise that you bring in your production team is amazing. Is amazing.
Thank
So
you.
I applaud you for doing that.
Thank you.
And the behind the scenes, what it stands for, the domestic violence is something just wow, to put that on a show, to make it something, like you said, about the end result, the love that you can still be something else, you can overcome, is very encouraging. So tell us about
I want
before.
to speak. I want to add to what you were saying about the domestic violence because, from a male standpoint, we're not educated enough on domestic violence. I mean, we know. I want to say something bad is happening. This is wrong. Those things. But something most men in general, uh, we don't get to see the support side. Uh, of it because I know a lot of stuff goes on behind closed doors. The talking, the counseling, and things, and it's kind of very interesting to see it get played out through in an artistic way.
Right.
So
And I think, most people refer to like models just only being women. That's not the case. And I like to see the men on stage and get their time to shine. So that's very great. Now, I know you said there's a modeling casting call this weekend. Will there be additional ones prior to the fashion show?
I don't think so because, the fashion show is just around the corner. And, I mean, we believe it or not, like we have a little bit over 100 models, local models that have registered with us. I hope that they all show up, the day of Sunday. But yeah, definitely, we can't have another one, but we will, have just that Sunday, this Sunday, the 24th of April. So yeah, at 11 o'clock at the Business Lounge.
So is there any requirements?
Well, there is 0 to 6. Height is 5'7". I am looking for a couple of plus size models as well. Size, I think it was like extra large and up to 2X, I believe, and male models as well. What else was the other? And there's some exceptions though that we have done because some models have asked us. So you could if they're a little bit under 5'7". So yeah, definitely I do encourage them to always, even if they say we're not this is a requirement. I mean, there's always that one opportunity that you don't want to miss because you just gotta go for it and take a chance. You never know, So yeah,
I've seen it done over and over again. Or, they like a certain look or a certain height, a certain walk,
Exactly.
or that it factor, and you're that it factor. You may not meet the requirements, but you're certainly the it factor. So yes, everyone, if you're interested, by the time this airs, the casting call would have already been done, but still keep in touch. Follow BBL Productions.
BB Lex.
Sorry, BB Lex Production. And you just never know. Like she said, there may be an itch that needs you. You may be that ick factor. So where can they reach you at?
Always, you can reach me on any of the social medias. And we have every platform, Twitter, Snapchat. We have Instagram and Facebook, just BB Lex Productions. Just Google it and you'll find us everywhere, and that's where you can just reach out to us and let us know. Tickets will be out the first week of May. And then we'll obviously give you all the links and everything that you can add for anyone interested on coming to the show, because this is a show that I really encourage people that want to get into the industry to come. Like anybody that's an inspiring model or actors or even wanting to get into music, because I have different sponsors that are working with me within the show, and I have magazines that are like hip hop magazines that will there's a producer behind that magazine that you can come and you can talk to them and you can just meet people in network within your community. And like I said, just grow. And also other people that are interested in coming to the show to see an entertainment show, to that like fashion, come check it out too. And people that have also been through domestic violence, it's definitely a show that you don't want to miss. It's a really positive show. It's a great show. You will really enjoy it in many different ways.
I just love when I see the videos of what you have already created. And it's just my mind just is blown by them because it's so amazing. I can't say that enough. Like, it's just so amazing when I see those videos. It's like, wow. And you just put it all together. And
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It takes leaders to create Fashionista. Yes, I'm the producer and director of the show, but it takes leaders like yourself, leaders like LeByron's company, leaders like, different types of modeling agencies that are working with me, the business lounge. It's how, sponsoring or the casting call will be. It takes all leaders to come together to create something great. So yes, I created the idea and I create the show, but I couldn't do it alone. So I'll take credit for that part, but I will definitely give, all my, my thank you. And if it wasn't for everyone supporting and believing in this project, then we wouldn't be having this show, and that are sharing and that are, that feel the same energy and the same positive, that believe in this. It wouldn't happen. And it's happening thanks to everyone else that's supporting this. Thanks to you for supporting and having me here in your podcast, and, having your viewers believe in this and come, and it takes all of those people together to create this. So it's not just my energy. Can you imagine the people that I reached out to are amazing people, and I knew they were amazing. And just with that energy itself coming all together in one place, it's going to be a really good show.
yeah,
A really good show.
No doubt about it. That's for sure. What made you come to DFW area?
Dallas, Texas? Oh, because they say everything is big in Texas. So I'm here creating a bigger show.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. I better do it big. Y'all better come to the show and make that show be, a sold out show, because we got y'all Texas better show me, that you guys do it big in Texas.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
And how much, like the venue, how many people will it hold? Do we know those numbers yet?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a limited seating. It'll be probably at the max, probably about 250.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be able to attend that show. So let's hope.
I'm so glad, we're still in a phase of COVID, but it's not as high as, we could get back to somewhat.
They're coming to the endemic.
Oh, God. See the light, finally.
Yeah. And we're able to come together, right? And celebrate these things, and go back to normal, right? What we used to be normal. And we can now celebrate these great shows, right? And you can travel now more and be able to create inspiration.
Exactly. I think most importantly is being able to work together, to come together. That's how we grow, when we come together. And this show is definitely one of those shows that, comes into a state and says, hey, everybody, let's do this together and see how great it can come out to be. And then, I go on to the next state and I meet more amazing people. And I hope to be able to have impacted many lives throughout this event. Huh?
You said Miami, Florida.
Like I was, anyway, she was just talking about the different, going to different cities and stuff. I'm like, oh, we're going to Miami next.
Yeah, Miami.
I'm
He's
from the
pushing
Pit, man.
Miami to me. Hey, I'm ready for
if
Miami.
you hear me out there, see you soon.
Hey, Miami's not a bad
Oh no,
place
Miami.
to be in.
no.
Like,
Miami's ready for
I'll
everything.
go anywhere where the beach is, where I can see water.
Let's have to come up with something else different for that show, because Miami.
That's gonna have to be like a swimwear fashion show.
Passionista South Beach. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Just throwing out.
It'll happen.
Y'all better not take these ideas.
It'll happen.
Run with it. They're already on social media right now, hashtagging.
I know, right? They're gonna be
Just
like,
create a
"Hey,
hashtag
Fashionistas
and start
coming
going.
to Miami." Like, well, really going over there?
The different cities is interesting. When Lydia, kind of told me about it, and I did. I sat on it. Was like, yeah, because like sitting in the pandemic. What happened through the pandemic? We all sat around, and we all had these goals and visions, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's nice to be with, like she said, it's nice to be with other leaders, whereas other people share your vision and want to come along for the ride.
Absolutely.
That's some cool stuff right there.
Yeah, it certainly is your vision. And you're the one who brought the people together. It was your vision, your creation.
She's like the Jesus of fashion.
Are you gonna put me on like a saint? You better put me some candles the night of the show.
It's art.
Light me up,
It is what it is. It's art.
Virgin
okay?
Lydia,
Which is some designer gear. I bet Jesus is looking down and she's like,
Next time I'm gonna wear my, my
he's
hijab
like,
kind of
"That's
thing.
not like,
Yeah, you better praise me.
that robe though. Look,
No,
he's like
know.
I like that robe though.
I do.
Jesus blesses your outfit.
I do have a strong faith, and I believe strong in God, and I believe that God grants me the doors to be open, and where I need to be, and the right people to be with, and I don't think it's me. I think there's something above me that blesses me to be able to accomplish this.
Amen.
God, I want to see some good.
Yes, absolutely. God, give him all the glory, correct. That's first and foremost. So where in the past have you put on other shows at?
Well, I did Denver, Colorado. Yeah, okay. And then on my state, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and pretty much Fashion Passionista has traveled those two places. Now we're in Dallas, Texas, and then we'll be next in LA, and then Miami.
And I know you said that that one would have to be swimwear. So is every show different? Does it have a different message?
It does. It does. Every show is different. This particular show that I did for Dallas, Texas, I knew I wanted to come into Dallas, Texas. I fell in love with Texas first time I came. The whole y'all thing. I was like, oh. Yeah, people are great here. And
Dallas uses y'all no more. Who's using y'all?
No, everybody does
y'all.
Here.
That's what you out of towners do.
Well, it depends on what part. I think
know.
Fort Worth does it a lot because of the stockyards.
Yeah.
And the boots, you get more of the country feel there.
Yeah, you do.
Dallas, we're more modern.
Well, where I've been downtown.
Downtown?
Yeah, where I've been downtown.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's definitely real time there. But y'all, no, it's funny. I'm not really putting down the y'all. It's just that I don't use y'all.
No, but when I go downtown, everybody seems like, "What y'all gonna have?" I'm like,
"Oh,
okay,
you're talking about like in the Senate."
Yeah, well, this is mainly where I'm at. I'm not all over in Texas.
Like,
I don't hang around people that say y'all and yeehaw.
Well, that's a Texas.
Put it out there, Fort Worth. It's like, yeah, y'all are a different breed out there.
I don't know. It's just Texas. Texas is just amazing,
Texas is like the whole world melting pot. Texas has everything: big city, small town, no town, little town. And the thing about Texas, no matter like places around the world, I'm pretty sure it's a city in Texas. So if you say something like, "Oh, I'm going to Rome," you going to Rome, Texas?
Yeah. I seen this meme one time and it said, "I traveled the world," and in Texas you could go to Rome, Paris, and Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
You can.
Great.
We have all those little towns.
Oh my gosh.
There's little towns within little towns.
Within little towns, oh gosh, yeah.
You blink, you pass one by.
No, but yeah, every show is different. And then Texas called me to create this love story for here. I don't know. It's just when I create a show, I sit there and I think, and I'm like, okay, well, what can I do in this state to be able to impact and to be able to bring something to their state, that they're gonna love. And I don't know, it's just one night I was just sitting at home watching the Charlie Chaplin flick like at 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. And I don't know, the show came to my idea and I said, well, why not tell a love story? Why not, tell a love story and make it with fashion? And I created this fashionista with, film and fashion together.
Yeah. It's funny with, well, it's not funny because there's serious things going on with celebrities. The Will Smith slapping of Chris Rock and his wife, that's starting to get a little bit crazy, on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in court right now, and all of their dirty. Anyway, they're so right now. I've never seen such a high climate of news of celebrities just having a lot of their stuff out there, and it's nice for something like this to come along that's more positive, because right now the world is getting bombarded, whether it's social media, news, everybody is really interested in people's dirt of their relationship right now. And I think we need to kind of be able to have an opportunity to turn the page on that and move towards more positive things.
And I think that's a really cool thing about Fashion Passionista is that, Lydia has a message that she wants to spread, and being able to travel to Texas, to Colorado, to Miami, to LA, New York, there is a positive message being spread through fashion, through film, through networking, and it's such. I think those are like pretty much the biggest communities out there, and using this message to reach out to those communities. I think this is, pretty much what Fashion Passionista.
People need this.
They need they need good stuff, and there's just
Believe in good.
yeah
Yeah,
there's just
believe
so
in
much
good.
bad.
There's good
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, and believe it in like I said, just making that difference of something that you have been through and just doing something great, like why not,
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't see it enough. I mean, the pandemic it did a lot. I mean, whatever, exposed the good, the bad, the ugly of humanity. Even I thought about it. I've looked in the mirror, looked at some things. But one thing I tell everybody, I say, you know what? The weird, cool, awesome thing about now that because we all pretty much been through it and been through so much, is that every day you get to wake up and make a choice. If, are you going to do for you? Are you going to do for others? We have a choice on how we want to move forward. And you don't have to be like Lydia and do all these great things, but every day you have a choice to make your life matter. You have a choice to work on things. You have a choice to get better, whether it's personal development, career, whatever. And stuff like what we're doing is it's going to inspire and empower people to continuously move forward. Because we've all been there. We've all been in that hole now. No matter if it's domestic violence, lost job, lost loved ones, everybody's dealing with a certain amount of humanity pain, and everybody's recovering. And this is something that depicted through art, film, and fashion, where it's gonna just lift a lot of people up, and just hey, keep moving forward.
Certainly. That is COVID. We all struggled somehow, or one way or another.
We
And
can
I
all relate
think
now. Yeah.
it also brought out, like, if we can get through this, we can get through anything.
And that's the thing. What are you made of? Like
Right.
that's what my little circle, whatever. I have a military background, so that's why I'm probably talking like this. But we pump up. I become a life coach, just because I don't want to see people down in it no more. Enough's enough. Let's go. Get up. You have a story just like everybody else now. I'm not saying I don't feel sorry for you, but it's one of those things like, let's go. We got to keep living. We can all hug it out. We all been there.
When the COVID broke out, I was doing paralegal,
Okay.
and one of my dreams was to always work from home. And when it happened, everybody was like, don't know what to do. And I was like, oh, I've been waiting for this moment,
Yeah.
Dream came true.
Yeah, like people, there was sadness, right? But I love being at home with my family, knowing that they're right there and I'm still working. It didn't,
Gives you a peace of mind.
I was fortunate that it didn't stop my work, because I never understood, why do I have to drive so far and be in traffic and about an hour and a half to work, and it's not even that far, it's just traffic, and then on the way back And I'm just like, wow. But certainly I agree with you that if you can overcome this and bringing positive back into the world, Fashion Passionista is doing that, no doubt.
Yeah.
So I know I'm looking forward to it. As a model, what would you tell females, males that are wanting to be a part of this? What does it take? You said you had 13 years of experience. What is some advice that you would give the models?
I think in, you know, a cliche little thing that people always say, it's really just being you and being yourself. Because if you're out there as a model trying to compare yourself to other people, I know I used to struggle with this a lot going into different fashion shows, you know, comparing myself and of different models who look, you know, as 100 times more prettier than I do. You know, they're gonna get the role. They're gonna get the designer. You know, I think it's more of just saying that you are you and you're the only person competing with yourself. And you know, I've learned this from Lydia too, that um, being a model is having that presence, and the energy you give off, it makes you, you know, stand out. And to stand out, you just gotta be you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's cliche, but it's very, you know, once you have that in your head, I think it's worthwhile for the career.
Serious growing.
So I know
Yeah.
Lydia said, if you're an inspiring model, you never acted or you never walked a runway, what
Mm-hmm.
would you tell them to, if they're interested in coming, what advice would you give them so that way they wouldn't be so nervous maybe or feel threatened or feel like, oh, it's not worth my time or, somebody who just doesn't feel as confident.
I would tell them that, you know, every experience is an opportunity, no matter how scary, no matter how exciting. I think every being a model going on the runway for the first time, it can be frightening, but I think once you're on there, you realize how where you wanted to be is finally happening. If that someone is, you know, an inspiring model, I think it's, you know, the advice is more just feel feel confident, have fun, and you know, it's really nobody's judging you on the runway. You know, you are just out there being yourself and having fun, and once the audience sees that, they connect to your energy, and you know, they're able to, you know, have fun with you. So I think it's really nothing to be scary about going on the runway for the first time. I think, you know, when you have that support backstage, I know I go up to models backstage and I comfort them as much as I can, and I give them, you know, little tips of, you know, little like costume tips of the designs or something like that. They feel so much better, I think, you know, and also having, you know, that support to other models as well.
Right. So it's more like an organic sisterhood.
Exactly, yeah,
Type
you
deal.
know.
Do all models? I mean, because I think people are at different emotional maturity levels.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional intelligence. Some people lack because being in film and stuff, I see a lot on camera or whatever behind the scenes, and so some people struggle with. Some women just struggle with being a sister because they're so got that me against the world,
Mm.
like
I know
mindset.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
know.
know what you're
I know
talking
what you're
about.
talking about too, but I'm like,
Yeah. I think the cool thing about just to add to what you're saying, another advice give somebody is like absorb it, because the more you get used to the good, the bad, the ugly, that's how that experience it builds, and you just get to a point where you just got this armor.
exactly, and that's what I've gone through throughout the
Yeah, you
years.
gotta
I've
absorb it. You gotta absorb it. I think there's toxicity out there. Within the industry, there is some
definitely.
toxicity. But the cool thing now is everybody's woke, or somewhat, to the point where as a person, you should know how to get away from. Yeah, be in the moment, like, oh my God, this ain't right for me, but get away from it. That's the thing. The thing is when you just stay in it and you just put up with it, like that's like self abuse right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't. Nobody's is gonna be sheltered,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to build confidence, you got to go through the stuff. The goal is to
Yeah.
grow through it.
I always tell my models, whatever it is that you want to do, just do you, and enjoy the moment. And there's nothing else. There's nobody else. It's just you. That's the way it is. And there's that something, someone making you feel uncomfortable. Just don't look that way. Look to the right. But you're there for you. Just remember that, and keep on going.
Yeah.
That certainly, like, I know what you mean, like go right and go left. I just think, like you said, there's so many different maturity levels, right? And I think as you continue, you get better and better, or you know how to deal with it, one or the other. So that's certainly true. Like, but it's just always like those first ones on, they're like, where do I even start? Or how do I even gain confidence?
Just show up.
Yeah,
Take
show
a
up.
chance,
Yeah.
because life is about taking a risk. And if you don't take your risk, you're never going to know.
Exactly. There has not been. I can't think of one person that's had a life where it was just smooth sailing. They didn't have to deal with the highs and lows, the ups and downs of their industry. Um, One word that used to bother me a lot when other people say it, when I try things like "you're a failure," you're a failure. It keep coming out, and I used to be weirded out about this. I'm like, this person keeps using the word failure, and it's
Hey,
like,
who you hanging out
something
with?
yeah, well, it's no, it could be people I barely know, because
Yeah.
projecting.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I learned about that. But anyway, when some people are like, I want to say, are intimidated by other people's confidence. Like, I think in modeling, acting is kind of cool, but modeling, you definitely have to be confident. And then there are people that like, oh, I don't like that person's confidence. Like, I've literally, like, because I used to model overseas. It was a long time ago. But I remember somebody was like, oh, you're overconfident. And I was thinking about, I don't even know what that means. But I did ask the person, I said, so what is underconfident? Because I don't think I want to be that. And they didn't have an answer. Well, you just need to chill. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do me. It's working out well. But
And now look at you.
Yeah. Well,
Look who you are today.
I'm an 80s baby, so I'm just from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? We're about them Transformers, G.I. Joes, so I'm about that Autobot life.
So when you're not doing Fashion Passionista, what is your day to day?
Well, interestingly enough, I have my own company. I have a division where we focus on mission statements, community events, mission statement videos for small businesses and nonprofits. I do bring up because what I was noticing during COVID, a lot of businesses were struggling getting their message out because things were just changing day to day. And so I would come in and be like, do a little consultation. I'd be like, hey, let me help you. Let's do this little video. Let's get it up on YouTube. It's like right now you gotta keep your people up, everybody updated week to week. It is what it is. But I saw a lot of businesses grow through it with knowing how to do the structured little videos. I call it information videos. Besides that, there's the community events. Me and my team, we're very much active with showing up at people's events and helping them out with event recap videos. Those are important. So a lot of people can get a glimpse of what's going on because a lot of people still can't make some things for whatever reason, but they can still be a part of the experience through the recap
Okay.
as well. And that's really going really well. I think a lot of businesses are trying to survive, trying to make a buck. So the cool thing, they don't even think about the stuff that we do now. So it's kind of good business because they're like, we're going to leave all that to you. I got a business to run. I don't have time to be dealing with that. Just tell me what to be and what to say.
And how long have you been doing that?
My little backstory is I'm out of Hollywood. I come from the film finance, marketing, distribution side of it. For people that don't know, the executive boring stuff. And I started in LA with that. I've actually started my own company when I was 27, financial services. And I was confident enough because everybody's like, you're too young to be dealing with bankers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's easy. You have a project, you go ask rich people for money. How hard can it be?
I didn't do that.
It was so funny because when I said it, everybody was like, wow, he gets it. It was like, you're so young. I was like, that's easy. I got something. They have the money. Let's sit down and talk. All I need is a yes or no.
Right.
So did that for a while. I was doing it and like Long Beach, and then I moved down to Orange County, like Huntington, Newport Beach area. But there's always LA, so there was always that going on. And then I accidentally got into film because being in Hollywood, and it was so funny because I used to have a thing against actors. I just thought they weren't real people. So I was a little prejudiced or biased, or like, you guys aren't that. I'm not impressed. Like I had that kind of chip on my shoulder or
I
whatever.
love your honesty.
Wrong attitude. And next thing you know, I was hanging out on set. I had to show up. I had something to do with somebody to go over some money, some budgeting, something. Somebody went over the budget, and I had to go talk. They sent me out. Hey, you need to watch it. You're almost there. You asked for, you asked for 700K. You're already done spent 600. We're not even out of phase, whatever phase you're doing. We're like halfway through the film, and so I was waiting on the person. I saw the script. I saw the lines, and I was just like, I'm bored. I'm started looking. I picked it up, and I literally sat there and read the whole script. I was like, oh, so this is what they do. oh, okay. And so I fell in love with writing. Script writing, that would interest me at first. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I see how they kind of break it down a little bit. I see what's going on. And so I started hanging out with the writers more. And then the producers started, they were like, aren't you the money dude? I was like, what are you doing here? I was like, oh. They were like, you trying to act? I'm like, no. They were like, you're like like Denzel's son or something. Everybody's trying to pump me up. And I was like, no. Because I was still, again, I didn't believe in acting. And so long story short, I just started helping out. I started being part of the development of film production. I learned so much. Got a lot of respect for the creatives, the writers, the things that they do. And and then one opportunity led to another. Just hanging out on set, meeting people, shaking hands. I think people like me because I was like the money connector dude. So they had to pay attention to me.
Like you could bring in the investors
Exactly.
and the
So I was like,
sponsors.
let's put up with this guy, whatever he wants to do. So moving forward, where Dallas comes into play, like the whole LA, Hollywood, Dallas thing, I was being mentored by a couple of guys at Warner Brothers, and they was like, you know what, you should go out to Dallas. And I was like, why? They was like, that's a lot of opportunity. It was like, you got to do the work, but it's a lot of opportunity. And so I left my financial service company because there was just a lot going on in the markets, and I was like kind of burnt out. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give film a try. I'm gonna partner with some people. And I have two companies. I started another company here before mine, and I partnered with some guys. We did some independent films, some comedies, things like that, and it picked up steam for a while. But what we struggled with was trying to sell the films. I want to say, like from Dallas out. This is all before all the mechanisms were in play. I think the only thing that was around was like Redbox.
Okay.
And at the time, you don't have to do it now, but you used to have to get that rating. There was like this group you had to go to get PG-13, whatever rating you need, and that costs money. And like for us independent budget people, we didn't have like thousands of dollars to throw around just to get a rating. So I did that for a little while, and then I turned towards community media, and I saw a need in the Metroplex for a lot of nonprofits that were doing a lot of good missions. And nothing against the news channels, but they just don't have time to come out and cover all this stuff.
Right.
So what I did was, I was like, I went out and covered the stuff, put it all together, and then I would give it to the networks, and then they would report on it that way. So I was kind of like brokering that whole chain thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was such a thing.
Yeah. The networks, they have community affairs. I don't know if they still do it now, but they have a section. They'll approve your video, but you can upload videos to NBC, Fox 4, CBS. But I don't know if their platforms, things, I'm pretty sure, because rights and stuff, things have changed. But yeah, that was big. So now what I do is, I do have a show that'll be coming out on various platforms. It's called On the Ground with LeBaron Thomas. I'm the veteran that gives back. I partner with Fortune 500 companies, and I select small nonprofits to help out with their mission for the day. And we will be airing, probably later this summer, going into the fall, we'll be airing the episodes on TV for everybody to watch and enjoy.
It's very inspiring. Veteran myself and still in the
Yeah,
Army
sure.
Reserves. Army Reserves.
Oh, Army.
I just signed up for another
Do
extension.
you do the stuff out in Grand Prairie? That base out there?
No, I am based in Seegerville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got one of my buddies. He does stuff out of San Antonio and Grand Prairie. I don't know, different
I've been
units.
to the Grand Prairie one.
Okay. Pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. I got to get you out there. Uh, there's a nonprofit. I get the information later on, but it's called The Mission Continues. It is a national nonprofit. It's pretty awesome. Bunch of veterans get together and go out and find like communities to help, whether it's building houses, whether it's disaster recovery, whether it's food. We've been really busy. It's called The Mission Continues. We have 3 teams in Dallas Fort Worth. We have a Fort Worth team. We have an Arlington team, and I'm the Dallas platoon leader here. So
Kudos to you.
yeah. With that being said, I'm the only one that's out in front that does all the media and all the cool TV stuff. But there's a lot of veterans that just be getting to work.
So, in regards to the Fashion Passionista, what all are you covering? You're covering the show,
I'm
but
gonna
from
do the
start
red carpet. Yeah, we're covering everything.
everything.
You're gonna find me on the red carpet. I'll be doing the interviews of the people. My team will be capturing, help capturing the main event. So
Nice.
yeah, and I'm gonna invite some female veterans out that are gonna show support for the models. Bring that sisterhood and strength. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. So that way they're gonna be confident the whole show.
Oh, yeah.
We can certainly use that.
Yeah, man, strength it's contagious now because I've seen it all. Whether it's women, men, children, man, people want to be around strong-willed people now. It feels so good.
Mm.
You can feel the energy exchange. You can when you're around them, it's like, man, everybody's bouncing off each other, getting things done. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Yes, absolutely. Do you want to, before we end, do y'all want to go ahead and just let us know how people can reach you?
Okay.
Give our viewers your Instagram, your links, websites if you have them.
Okay.
I'll start.
You bet.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
yours.
go. No,
Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't feel confident. You're too overconfident.
Oh no. My Instagram is Jade Vargas with 2 G's in my last name. Vargas. A lot of people spell it with a B. It's a V for Victor. And that's on everything from Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Lydia?
You can reach me at BB Lex Productions anywhere on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can reach me on any of those sites. Just look BB Lex Productions and you'll be able to find me.
All right. And we're going to be looking into the dates
Yes.
for
Coming soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
And
for
right?
me, just the audience, just so y'all know, it's like social media is cool, but you find me out in these streets. But my business Facebook is LeByron.Thomas. When you find it, you're gonna see my cool LeByron Thomas Media logo. Definitely hit me there. I have office hours. I have a website, LeByronThomas.com. Instagram is just LeByron Thomas, but I'm mostly am active on the business page. That's where I do all my stuff on my website. There's all my stuff is up there.
Okay. Well, thank you all, each and every one of you, for being here, being a part of the
Thank you.
show, and bringing Fashion Passionista to us. And can't wait to see what you do here in DFW area.
Yes, yes. And I look forward to seeing everyone and thank you for having me, here in your podcast. And it's a show you don't want to miss. I can guarantee you that you don't want to miss it. Once we start announcing the tickets, buy your ticket right away. There is limited seating. And yeah, just be at the show. It's going to be a great show, great entertainment show. Good food, a good drink, dress up,
Awesome
and come.
reviews.
Yes, positive messages and great things, make it a difference in your community. So yeah, it's a win-win situation with this Fashion Passionista.
Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next one.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Nicole.
Bye.